Nerd heaven. Simple words. There is always a quarter up on the arcade machine. Hell, there is no internet access. In Nerd Heaven, the TV plays new episodes of SWAT Cats and Mystery Science Theater 3000 every day. There are unending fountains of Dr. Pepper and trays of hot wings, and I never get fat no matter how much I eat. 1970s Linda Carter Wonder Woman is my girlfriend / sex goddess, and I have Ted Turner, George Lucas, Michael Bay, M. Night Shyamalan and Roland Emmerich sunk in a pit of scorpions, eternally screaming, "We're sorry! We're sorry!" Nerd Hell. The TV plays new episodes of Family Guy and Johnny Test every hour. The only thing to eat are wheat thins, and if I eat one, I blow up like a hippo. Snooki is my girlfriend / rapist. Ted Turner, George Lucas, Michael Bay, M. Night Shyamalan, and Roland Emmerich take daily turns destroying my favorite shows and movies and making me watch as they do it. In Nerd Heaven, Nathan Fillion stars as the leading man in every movie. Nice guys finished first at everything. Attractive members of the sex you prefer are fascinated by tales of Westerosian political machinations. All red shirts live forever, and Wesley Crusher was never born. Ron Moore and Damon Lindelof create alternate last scenes for Battlestar Galactica and Lost that end exactly the way you think they should have. At one point, the Doctor rescues you from Nerd Heaven and takes you on adventures in time and space, which are, amazingly, even better. In Nerd Hell, you're constantly forced to watch the Star Wars prequels, as directed by Michael Bay. The Lion Voltron never existed. It was just the one made of vehicles. Not only do all Whedon characters die, but the actors die as well. All superhero teams are made exclusively of Spider-Man and Wolverine, and nobody else. Community is brought back to TV, but is cancelled and pulled from the air halfway through airing the first episode. Every nerd is the center of a human centipede. The person in front of you is the person you had a crush on but never asked out, and they're fed a constant diet of super spicy chili and Indian food. Also, people are always saying irregardless, ATM machine, and what up brah while popping their collars. Nerd Hell. High school. Nerd Heaven. High school, with powered armor and cat girls. Nerd Hell is a never-ending toy shop filled with all the beautiful, nerdy merchandise you always wanted but could never afford or just never owned for some reason. It's just you and a horde of other lonely, sweaty nerds cramped into the aisles, doomed to simply stare up at the shelves upon shelves of Hot Toys Avengers sets, rare Lego minifigures, and the unreleased DVD of the Galaxy Quest sequel with Brian Blessed as a counterpart. And at the very top shelf, locked away forever, in a transparent glass square, sits a curmudgeonly old nerd racist called Harrison Ford, a symbol of the approval you will never win from the bitter idol who is supposed to love you back. He says nothing. Nobody does. And after the allure of the real, functioning, think-geek portal gun becomes too much, you bite your own tongue off and wait to bleed out on the floor. Bill Murray will then dance on your head until you stop caring. Nerd Heaven will be ruled by Alan Moore, who will use his radical thinking to bring forth a great society. Nerd Hell will be ruled by post-90s Alan Moore. I walk towards the light. A John Williams score is playing. I hear a voice. "Welcome, my son. Here we only celebrate the best of Star Wars." I did it, I think. I made it into heaven. I walk in. There's Boba Fett, and Luke, and Vader. There's Greedo and Han in the canteen. Greedo shoots first, then Han. Hold on. That's not right. "Come on," says the voice. "You'll be late for the Gungan parade." "There's a Gungan parade in heaven?" I ask. "Heaven?" says the voice right behind me. I turn around and see George Lucas, circa 2012. "What makes you think this is heaven?" "No!" I scream, to my eternal shame. I sound just like Vader in Revenge of the Sith. In Nerd Hell, Bruce Wayne's parents stayed home that night. Dracula sparkles. With great power comes musicals, and the only thing that stays in its original packaging is your virginity. And lo, the angel showed me the waters of Mountain Dew, which were like unto the mingling of topaz and emerald, and 4 buxom night elf wenches stood upon the shores with pizza and knowing smiles. And I heard the voice of Bruce Campbell from above, and he spake thus: Take from these purple trollops your pizza and your pleasure, and afterwards retire to the man cave for the Dungeons and Dragons. Later, I will join you for Evil Dead 4. And yea, I didst as the Bruce bid me, and ate of the pizza from their lithe, outstretched hands. And verily, the wenches tittered at my Monty Python quotes, and did not mind the jiggling of my man breasts or the sound of my inhaler as I acted out scenes. And lo, we went to the man cave for the games of pleasure, and I was overjoyed that I did not have to be the cleric again. And the most beautiful of the wenches touched mine arm lovingly and said, Is that a Gundam tattoo? How cool! Come and fill us with your seed, which is like unto a natural 20. And verily, it was good. Then the devil said to his brethren, Bind him hand and foot, and throw him into the pit of sports fans for all eternity. And they did as they were bid, and there was a great weeping and a gnashing of teeth. And yea, I landed before 3 hairy jerseyed beasts, who belched and scratched themselves copiously, and looked upon me with dull, lifeless eyes. Hustle 50-yard line defense, they yelled at me, and the sausage breath that wafted forth was like the stench of the tomb. My blood ran cold, and weeping, I called on my tormentors to have mercy, but they were deaf to my cries. One beast then grabbed mine arm and sat me between them on a couch as they passed the hot wings and the nachos. NASCAR scrimmage tits, said one beast, its jaws dribbling sauce as it stared at a giant screen. Tits, beer, dodge, ram, pickup, replied the other. I tore my hair from its roots and cackled madly. Heaven, everything you like are mainstream hits. Hell, everything you like are mainstream hits.